Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, subscribers, viewers, and supporters of this channel. I'm grateful for you. And for my Muslim brothers and sisters, please do not watch this video if you are already in the mosque for the Friday prayers, khutbah, and also attending other events of religious lessons with the scholars, etc. Thank you very much. I love you for that. I wish you Jannatul Naim. Now, how is environmental management system ISO 14001 related to business? At this point, we are doing an environmental impact evaluation of diesel as environmental aspects, and environmental impact in the terms of business impact. Does diesel have a business impact to the organization? If I put the question that way, I think you could have a very good understanding, right? So we are going to do aspects impact evaluation criteria, which is business, and see how diesel has business impact to our company in environmental terms. Okay, let's take a look at the chronology of the implementation of ISO 14001. Remember this. Environmental Management System ISO 14001 is about managing environmental aspects. How? By fulfilling compliance obligations and addressing risk and opportunities. And what is an environmental aspect? Is anything, or actually by virtue of the definition by ISO, is an element of an organizational activity, product and services which interacts or can interact with the environment. Now, if you ask me, is anything that interacts or can interact with the environment and cause perhaps some form of environmental impact, anything, substance, matter, equipment, raw materials, waste, etc. Not process name. Process activities are indeed element of our organization where environmental aspects are involved. Hope we straighten out the definition. Now, where are we now? We have done this identification of environmental aspects whereby our friend diesel were identified from this process already in the past earlier videos, a process called diesel transfer, where diesel is one of the environmental aspects identified then. Now we have to determine whether diesel is a significant environmental aspect by virtue of if it causes significant environmental impact, thereby rendering us to perform this, a kind of evaluation. Did ISO stipulate methodology of evaluation? No. Does it encourage? Yes. What type of evaluation, what methodology is up to you, as long as it is justified, it is representative, and preferably most accurate. Okay, that's it. So once we have identified environmental aspects, only then our company will start to develop environmental policy statements, and then from here the aspects impact register, we develop environmental objectives, what we want from our environmental management system, where we want to go, and then from the objectives we start to develop planning actions to achieve. This is cumulatively targets and EMT, MP, Environmental Management Program, and objective. These are intended outcome. And in our intended outcome, look, it has got to have all this: compliance obligation and environmental performance. We'll come to environmental performance the later part of our once we have completed the evaluation of this environmental aspect diesel, and of it I will include environmental performance evaluation for diesel. Okay, Okay, now let's take a look at this. We have here one of our earlier videos where we have shared with you how we did environmental aspects identification. Methodology is input output analysis. It's derived from engineering knowledge mass balance. But we don't do mass balance here. It's the concept, the philosophy used in mass balance is being copied and do it for this particular aim of identification of environmental aspects. So these are the earlier videos of input output what you call methodology for diesel. Please check this out. And if you want to understand why diesel is I would say, an environmental aspect by virtue of looking at its life cycle perspective, then this is the video for you to check it out, for you to analyze, and for you to comprehend. All right. Now we are doing diesel. Okay, so this is where we got our diesel for this discussion, and let's take a look at our aspects impact register, which I fondly call it dashboard since 1997. And this is what I love to do because I would want to see everything in front of me. In my office, I'm at the end of the office, I've got stuff from my window is an open office concept, and I love to interact with all the staff, and I know what they're doing. The same thing when we do environmental management system. I want to see everything in front of me so that it's easier for me to manage and make quick decisions. So in this case, the format that I have used is, look carefully, this has eased my work in those days, and the first column is always our activity. This is the element of our environmental management system. This is the element of our companies. This is the element of our company, which is an activity that we're doing. So we got to do input output analysis, and we saw this. These are all the environmental aspects from this particular process, and we are discussing one of them, which is diesel. And the associated probable environmental impact is resource depletion. How we know that? Please check the life cycle perspective of diesel and also the input output analysis video. It is thoroughly discussed over there. Now we are here in this video, evaluation of environmental impact of the aspect diesel. How does it affect our business? What form of impact does it cause to our business? Because remember, organizations, most of those who subscribe to ISO 14001 are manufacturers or industrial sectors, services sectors, and they are businesses. And we want to promote businesses, companies, and industries to benefit from ISO 14001 that would enable them to sustain their businesses at higher level. And I would look into cost saving for businesses using environment. Okay, now we are going to look at the next video, next slide, which is the evaluation criteria called business. What are we going to do to look at how diesel is causing an environmental impact to our company in terms of business, in terms of our company's business, our company's capital. Let's take a look. Now, if you have time, you can pause this video and read one by one, but I don't have that much time. I don't want this video to be too long. In short, we are promoting recycling. Me as a person, as a trainer, I'm not an environmental activist. I don't qualify. For me, resource conservation is my aim for my life, at least at this point, we've been doing it since 1980s, all right? And if you look at this definition, from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are about recycling, are about 3R: recycle, recover, reclamation, are about regeneration of materials, of especially waste, into renewed resources. That is why I have that evaluation. Businesses who do this, I would rank them as very low in terms of score, so that environmental aspects is lower in value and it doesn't become significant. That's how I do it. So for this case, if you look at diesel, it's not recycled. So 1 to 5 is out. What have we? Look at 6. Intake, use. This is input. Emission, discharge, spills, release, disposal. These are output. Intake and use possess market value, yes. Competitive, speculative, low returns, not quite fit. Look at 7. Possess market value, yes. Diesel has got market value. May import or export, yeah, okay. For 3R, for recycling. Subject to Basel Convention, yes, because diesel is considered as environmental hazardous substances. And it is a part of, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure about GD11 European standard, but Basel Convention has more to tackle of waste. But used as is looked into as waste transportation in this country, but it actually includes the movement of, or transboundary movement of, hazardous substances from one nation to another. I believe that would fit, diesel would fit in there, by the way, okay? It's not banned to be imported under Basel Convention, but diesel is a fossil fuel. It is regulated by petroleum company in every country, so be fair with it. The score that is near to diesel as an environmental aspect is 3. This is a generic sort of criteria, but it worked well for us. We developed this over years. So we tried 17 different types of industry since 1990. We finished doing this in year 2000, and we tried 17 factories and 17 types of industries. Each of them, we tried about 2 to 5 factories, and it has never failed us before. So I stick to this, but you can have a screenshot and modify to suit your organizational behavior or environmental aspects that you're managing, the nature and scale of your industry. You can do that, no problem. I don't copyright any of my work. Now, so 3, what have we here? Business scored 3. There you are. So we have done for diesel as environmental aspects for this particular activity, which is diesel transfer. Magnitude scores 3 over here. Severity is 5. Legal is 2. So what's next? Client, frequency, and duration is coming. Probably another 3 videos, and the 4th video would be situations. Okay, so this is how we do it. I'm just sharing with you. So we would meet, inshallah, in the next video, where we would use another evaluation criteria. We'll continue with client. So I'll meet you here. Thank you very much, YouTube. Thank you, subscribers, viewers, and supporters of this channel. As a Malay, I wish everybody semoga dikurniakan kesenangan, keselamatan, kesejahteraan, kebahagiaan, dan kejayaan kehidupan di dunia dan di akhirat. Until we meet in the next video, stay safe, stay healthy. I wish everybody Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.